Hello, lovelies. It's she here from Go to Third Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message will find you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets. Okay, so let's jump in. Spirit is saying that you are walking through the transitional fire right now. That don't worry. You might feel the pull of like old things, old habits kind of hanging on, but I feel like I see you just kind of like shaking off the last little bits of that and aligning yourself with your higher energy body. I see you walking through the transitional fire right now, transcending any kind of fear. I don't think it's fear that might be holding on or holding you back necessarily. I feel like there's this deeper embracing and acknowledgement of fire and purpose in your energy. And there is this realigning with this energy of you are the sacred vessel, you're the answer. Like you guide yourself to your purpose, because we also have the high priestess out here. So your higher self is guiding you to learn a divine truth that will help balance out things, and they are putting you into alignment, lovers energies, with soulmate energy here. Yeah. And with that, when I touched this, I heard competitors and companions. You see how here, like there's a companion right here on one side, and here on the other side, there's this snake energy here. Finding a way through the fog, I'm hearing. Leadership activation with Commander Ashtar here. Time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. So you're being brought to the forefront of something. You're meant to lead or to guide others, no matter how small or big the group or your collective is that you're meant to guide. You are being put into alignment with that. I felt that. It's really strong Queen of Wands energy here. Absolutely. Isis energy is here, reclaiming your magic, call back your power and what is rightfully yours. There's this kind of remembering how powerful you are kind of energy here. We also have the blue beings here, light transmission, wounds healed, important information. You're charging up and you're remembering very important information. Now, this could be past life information. This could be downloads, realizations, understandings, having these kind of claircognizant downloads where suddenly you just know something. You just know that it's true. You know that you're supposed to be doing something, or this ideas just pop into your mind that take hold and take root. And reminded actually last night, my spirit guides will guide me to watch like certain movies and things, and they guided me to watch Inception last night, and I'm hearing that line from Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Dom, I think his name is, and he keeps saying this line like, what is the most infectious virus? An idea, right? An idea. And so there is this energy here of your mind, you like downloading and having these knowings that are leading you to healing yourself and calling back your power. We have Kalima here, cutting and ending any kind of cords to low vibrational dramas or fears or limiting mindsets. And here we have Joan of Arc here, standing up for your beliefs, right? Having that balancing energy here. Balancing out two truths. There's something here about understanding that two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, that's very significant. Then we have Hathor light activation here on the back of the deck. Acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light. There's an energy here of standing in the light and standing in your darkness, standing in your shadow, and also standing in your shadow and standing in your light at the same time. There is a balancing energy of that. finding that middle way, that peace, that flow energy between both states. We also have Saint Germain here with the violet flame. Some of you might be working with the violet flame. You might be alchemizing, releasing old, make way for the new. Exactly. So some of you could have Saint Germain here with the violet flame, helping you to heal old wounds, release the old, and find that pathway to balance, finding that pathway between those two swords, between those two truths, between two halves of you, or between, like, oh, I want to do this, but I also want to do that. How can those two things mesh? Like, Spirit is here showing you that middle way between the light and the dark, showing you that middle way of being in alignment with both the pillars, and finding that balance here, finding that balance between both. Also, that balance between light and dark, masculine and feminine energies within yourself as well. And how that is really sending you on the spiritual awakening. Here we have Horus energy as well with this manifestation energy. You're definitely manifesting you're manifesting something through something that you're alchemizing with the violet flame here. So let that be, if some of you have been doing violet flame meditations, or you felt drawn to do that, let that be a confirmation, like, yes, it'd be very healing. There's also something here about healing through like flame work, through flame lighting candles here. There's something about candle magic as well here. And then, of course, the violet flame, of course. Actually, of course, safely with parental supervision if you're under 18, working with that flame candle energy. I also talked earlier here about, there's also the flame energy here, right? Burning away those old fears and mindsets. Also flame energy here with Joan of Arc. There is also some kind of element here of sacrifice as well. Yeah, this Joan of Arc energy is saying that this kind of archetype here works through those who are willing to let go of things that no longer serve them. Excuse me, even if at one point it did. Somebody here could be fighting some kind of addiction. That doesn't have to be to some kind of substance or anything like that. It could be, avoidance, watching too much TV. It could be I don't know, laziness. So like, there's something here about being stagnant, keeping yourself in stagnant energy, not pushing yourself into renewal energy in a very deep alchemizing way. Something like that. Some kind of hesitancy here. There's hesitancy here that Spirit wants you to work with the violet flame and kind of burn away. Also, I'm getting that for some of you, you might look like this, or you might work with someone who looks like this in the future. Weigh up your options. Moat is here, which again, the balancing energy here, balancing Green Tar with this wellness unfolding, and Saint Kumar as well. Signs, codes, download sacred information. So definitely Venusian energy here as well. A lot of Egyptian energy here as well, because we have Moat here, we had Isis, we have Hathor, we had I tried to say now all I can hear is Hecate. I started hearing that. So that energy is here too. If you've been working with that form, the more kind of like, I don't want to say dark, but you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, with this more like kind of like witchy, more like dark moon energy here with the magic energy, if that resonates for you. And again, this weigh up your options, weigh up your options. There's something here about someone having a choice between this kind of like snake energy and not the good snake energy where it's like this renewal, shedding your old skin, becoming new, It's like old energy. Yeah, it's actually pulling you backwards. And so there's this energy of like, you can either walk backwards into this old energy, or you can walk forwards into working with these soulmate energies that help you find this middle way here. Strong Venusian energy here, like really strong. I feel it. I keep hearing it. So some of you might be working with Aphrodite. You might have done like fertility spells, or you might have done beauty or attraction, magnetism, something like that. Working with attraction and magnetism. That's also the Queen of Wands energy there with that. King, Queen of Wands energy. There's a lot of fire energy here. Magical knowing, breaking boundaries, yeah. I'm hearing breaking through barriers. So Spirit is here helping you break through some kind of barrier in your knowing. Yeah, Chariot. Giving you that push forward that you need to like break through. Exactly. To break through and to walk away from this devil energy right here. Again, this energy of stagnancy, this energy of walking backwards. We have the judgment energy showing itself back there too. Yeah. There's some kind of sneaky, slithery snake here. That some kind of energy here keeping you in this kind of stagnant energy. Spirit is trying to show you a new beginning. They're trying to show you a different way, a different perspective. Watching or learning things, seeing things from a new perspective or from a new viewpoint, from a more alchemized, higher vibrational mindset. Ooh. So there's a contract here to heal. There's a healing contract here. That you already have. This is a contract that you already have between you and your spirit guides. And your spirit, with me touching the tip of my nose, your spirit guides definitely could have been helping you, already contacting you through downloads, through however, you get your messages, through signs, through symbols, through, maybe you get messages delivered through other people like me, or like people around you that just open up, that perhaps could be more open to this information. Yeah, there's something here because I was drawn to my Hello Kitty shirt, which is like a Hello Kitty like athletic department. So for some of you, it could be someone that you know in the gym, or someone that you know that you could meet in a very like active, open situation. This person has like a download for you, or has something to give you, or this person you could have already met this person while you were like out for a walk or out doing something, or it definitely could be this kind of inspiration here because they're pointing me to both like the sun disk here on both of these women's heads. So it's giving me that kind of energy too of maybe being outside and getting some kind of download. So, if there's like a particular place that you like to really go and walk, or, I get my best ideas when I'm driving in the car, or when I'm taking a shower, I'm kind of just absentmindedly not thinking, and things kind of come in really easily. Or when I'm out on a walk, my mind just clears and it allows things, like Spirit is saying something very significant is going to come in a moment like that for you. Yeah. Confirmation. Definite confirmation. 1333 down on the clock. Yeah. Inspirational, like a very big inspiration. Yeah. Spirit wants to trade off something with you. Again, it's this kind of energy of leaving something behind and walking towards something new, something else. Yeah. Finding that balancing energy, bringing yourself into balance so that you can. Look at that. Look at that Emperor energy coming in, just suddenly appearing and bringing emotional security. Yeah, there's something here about a download coming in that's really going to bring significant emotional closure or emotional security in for you. Yeah, but it's going to feel like a tower moment, something very sudden, something unexpected. Could be you unexpectedly running into someone or having an unexpected conversation. But yeah, This Eight of Cups is giving me closure. Like I'm walking away from something. It's over. It's done with. I feel like I can finally release that. Let it go. Ace of Pentacles, definitely. So that's a confirmation of that download coming to you. Like, oh, okay. Like I can let this go. I realized something about here. That's definitely coming up for you. Oh, Jesus. Whew. That's a big angelic download. So definitely if you guys work with your angels, that was such a high pitch, you guys. Psh, look at that shit. Page of Swords. Whew. I have chills on the side of my body running up my legs and my arms. So big angelic download coming in here. Big angelic presence. Michael is showing themselves King of Cups. We have a King of Cups energy here showing itself as well. Oh yeah, it's sudden. Tower energy. It's like this crazy. So yeah, and then it brings like this independent energy. Someone here is falling. So see how this person that's falling here kind of has like the same clothing on, this King of Cups. So some kind of tower energy is happening between you and some King of Cups, and it's a parting of ways. Especially, this could definitely be energetically. So if you know that you've been working to heal wounds that a possible King of Cups could have given you, or you're just healing you're healing this kind of holding back your emotions, really connecting in, feeling them but not expressing them, hiding things deeply within you, old bottled up emotions, especially in your masculine energy. But again, if you know that there is a particular person or there is a particular relationship from your past that you have been really working heavily on, that you and your spirit guides have been working very heavily on, what the fuck? Finding a delicate way just to say this, especially if this person was got physical with you, like in a bad way, like put hands on you. There is some kind of releasing and healing of that particular relationship. I have such a weird sensation happening in my ribs, like right here. I don't know if somebody like, in the side or something like that. Or if someone's having some kind of pain in their side, they're dealing with something. Over here, some kind of digestion. Yeah. But there is a swift ending coming here between this energy here. I'm feeling that. That's the snake energy, I feel like. If some of you identify the snake energy as like a particular person or like a particular energy from your past, I feel like a separation here because I see this man or this energy here that's being represented by the King of Cups falling away, and then the woman energy here being independent. See these two going their two separate timelines or their two separate ways on either side of this tower. Also, I know I don't talk about it that much, but if you guys identify with being in some kind of twin flame journey and you identify with going your separate ways or being in some kind of separation, that definitely could be leaving behind some kind of sense of darkness from your past. So if there was some kind of healing of old wounds or forgiveness, some kind of generational toxic mindset or generational curse energy that you feel like you could be healing, some kind of generational trauma or anything like that that you feel like could have been keeping you in separation from being a whole, being united or coming into union or coming into union even within yourself. Or for some of you, if it's not anything to do with that, if it's something along the lines of just coming into union with more higher vibrational soulmates, getting out of cycles with karmic soulmates and bringing in more high vibrational soulmate energies, more like lifelong friends, lifelong partners, business, that really powerful business partner that's going to take you to the next level, or that person that you're going to work with, finding that really good therapist that really helps you cleanse and relieve those things, alchemizing things. It's about you leaving leaving that's behind and coming into alignment with those much more like healing energies here, you know? It's this energy. Yeah. Temperance. So the temperance angel coming in here, it could be a Sagittarius or Sagittarian energy, some kind of influence here. There's some kind of Taurian influence here too. I hear that here, Taurus. It's a very grounding energy. But again, it's this energy of alchemizing. It's this energy of mixing and harmonizing, bringing into balance. Again, finding that middle way between light and shadow, dark, you know, between shadow energy and light energy. Anything that might be holding you back from rejecting, going onto your path, whatever little bit could be holding on that keeps you from completely releasing and letting go and stepping in, you know, stepping into some version of your path. Yeah, releasing and letting go and laying to rest some kind of energy here. And finding that strength energy, that courage, that bravery, that energy within yourself. You know, overcoming the beast, getting the monkey off your back. Temperance can also be about tempering addictions. It can also be about tempering substance use, or even like maybe even you know, upping your water content, lowering, you know, like stopping, dropping caffeinated drinks, or not drinking coffee anymore, or, you know, releasing energy drinks, or releasing more fatty foods. You could be like, okay, I'm not going to do processed foods. I'm going to do a raw food diet, or I'm dropping sugar out of my diet, or I am cutting. It's like cutting back, cutting down, refining. You're refining something and bringing some kind of like, okay, so those last little bits, those things that I know Spirit's been like, you really need to do that. Like, okay, I'll do it. You really need to reach out or do this or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm hearing someone with a very distinctive, like, Australian accent saying a go get, like, I'm not even going to pretend. I cannot do an Australian accent at all. But I'm hearing a go-getter attitude. Something about a go-getter attitude here. That's going to be the key to a blessed new beginning, a cup overfilling. It's like, oh, I know I need to do that. I'm going to do it. Yeah, that's going to bring in some kind of a really genuine offer here. Again, we talk about this all the time, being a vibrational match to what seeks you, you know? Yeah. Again, it feels like starting off small. Again, I see a lot of page energy here. Yeah, like, would you like to grab... I just talked about giving up coffee, but yeah. Right? That seed. Planting that seed that grows into something much larger, much bigger. And I don't want anybody to think when I'm saying, oh, there's that thing, you know, that doesn't mean that Spirit doesn't recognize, like, all of the things that you could be doing. But I feel like there is someone here that's just like, man, what's that thing that I'm not doing? Or what's that thing? Like, there is that one thing. There's that, you know, it's like, oh, I know this. I'm just hesitant in this way about this thing. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, work. There's something here about your finances or about work. Maybe for some of you, it could be about working on a particular project, start some kind of hesitancy to start a project or to leave a job, start a new job, start a new project, or work on a particular project that you feel stuck on, or that you feel like you're not sure or you're hesitant on. Man, there is serious money being left on the table here. Like spirit, like serious. Yeah, like serious. Yes, there's a huge growth, a possibility for growth and for a new aspect of yourself to be discovered. But again, this devil energy here is, it's a sensitivity here. It's like this devil energy, the shadow energy is hitting you in a very like sensitive spot. It's definitely hitting you in one of your insecurities as well. It's one of your major insecurities here that it's hitting in, that it's really surfacing, you know, its little ugly head popping up, fears and doubts. But there is this energy here of overcoming that, and overcoming that brings this huge boom and growth. There's something that wants to be birthed here through you. You know, and it is going to represent a lot of physical change, whether that be within your body or within, you know, for some of you, again, like it could be about going to a different job. It could be about changing your career fields entirely. It could involve like an actual physical move. It could involve moving your body different, moving, you know, becoming, you know, getting a new, more disciplined, organizing your day differently, organizing your life differently, prioritizing different things. It's going to require like some kind of change in the energy here to allow this to flow, to allow this to grow. But there is, you know, like you work on it and you become dedicated and really like commit yourself to it, and it has the potential to grow into something beautiful. You know, it has this potential for this 10 of Pentacles here. And it wants to be birthed through you. There is an idea, or there is a particular thing that really wants to be birthed through you. And Spirit is saying, like, you know, this is your opportunity to really bring that about. Yeah, but there's a hesitancy, and there's a sense of, like, it's your choice. You need to make this decision. It is your wish fulfillment, but there is something here about releasing and letting go of this energy, this past energy here. Yeah, Hermit. Spirit is encouraging you, at least, you know, to really, really pour energy and time and energy and focus into this. Yeah, and it'll come to you. So that's what Spirit is encouraging me to tell you. So if you've had a dream or you've had some kind of download or something, yeah, the time is now to really act on it, to really allow your passions to take root inside of you and to feel like a passionate connection to, like, wow, I feel so passionate about this particular thing. How can I turn that into a business? Or I feel so particularly guided to speak on a particular subject, or to do something, to do something about it. There is a energy here of like, okay, get in the grind about it. You know, like allow that passion inside of you. Don't allow it to just sit there, you know. Channel it into a project, or channel it into something, channel it into growth for yourself, because there is so much magic there in that. Yeah, this idea wants you back. This idea, this business, whatever, it's chosen you. Whatever it is, this is for a lot of you, I feel like it's something that you're going to make, like a passion that you're going to turn into a business. It's chosen you to work with you. And it's saying, yes, I've chosen you to work with you. I want to bring in this manifestation through you. So work with me. Give birth to this energy with me. Overcome any kind of insecurities or anything that you have about it not working. Exactly. It's saying walk away from it. And, yeah. And I'll bring in the big guns. That's what they're saying. Like, I'll bring in all the energy you need. There might be a hesitancy here. This hesitancy could have been because you could have started to try, like you could have tried a business or tried something in the past that failed or didn't go exactly the way that you wanted it to. Okay, so you could have a hesitancy around that. You could have had bad business deals, or there's something here about like the people that you had around you, or the people that you were trying to collaborate with, the people that you were trying to bring into your business would have brought the business down. And there was something here about this idea saying like, no, I won't work with that. I won't work with that energy. Like, no, that is not meant to be. They are not meant to share in those riches, or they are not. It is not their karmic destiny to be a part of that. And in fact, they're showing me them kind of understanding that and kind of like leeching or grabbing onto you because they feel this potential energy inside of you. And I feel like you definitely had some people that saw you going places or saw you doing things, and they kind of leached onto you, latched onto you, and their presence kind of drug out or like killed off this kind of energy. And so Spirit is saying that that is the reason why. You also could have had, this could be energetically too as well. It's like this energy here. So there you could have had, especially if you were like intimate, or this is like a romantic relationship, or even if it was just platonic, or you were just friends and you guys spent a lot of time around each other, or your lives are very entangled within each other. You're always going over to each other's houses, you're in each other's business, you're going back and forth, what's happening. There is some kind of energy here pulling you apart from those things that karmically are not due, whatever this is that's coming into you. It's saying like, no, that energy's got to go. So if you had some kind of foul energy inside of you from some a-hole in your past that you dated or something like that, this energy started to come in, and then it was like, baby, I'm so sorry, I love you, I choose you, but I don't choose this person that you have sitting beside you, or I don't choose this relationship that you're in, or I don't choose that friendship that you're trying to bring into this business. Absolutely not. And so that energy kind of pulled itself away, and it definitely gave you this energy of like, oh my God, my business is failing, or oh my God, I can't make it. I definitely see like a kind of dip in the energy. But now in that dip, Spirit is saying, did you ever think that it was very convenient that when you were climbing up, these people latched themselves onto you, and then as soon as you fell down, they fell off and fell away. They didn't want anything to do with you anymore. And now you're kind of ascending and climbing back up again. Now that they're gone, now that their energy has removed themselves from you. Notice that if you pull yourself away with somebody and your life gets better, notice that. If you pull yourself away from someone and your energy raises and you start feeling a lot better and you can rest better, or you have clearer thoughts, pay attention to that. If you pull someone into a business and the business and the energy just doesn't feel right, get them out. I think there's something very important here about the people that you're going to choose to bring into a business, or the people that you're building some kind of foundation with. Yeah, you want to build it on, like that's what Spirit was saying. You were building a rocky foundation here. And I know that it might have given you this kind of pause energy, like, can I do this? I've tried to do it before. And it wasn't about you not having the capability to do it. It was about the energy that you had inside you, and it was about the energy that you had around you. That this idea was just like, nope, or this energy was just like, nope, I can't come to you as long as that's around you, or that's still inside of you, or you have a fear, or you have this. No, exactly. It'll stop you and block you up and keep you blinded to the opportunities and things like that. Spirit's like, nope. That's why it was never that. Yeah, exactly. You had to sharpen your mind, and you had to learn these lessons. You had to learn a karmic lesson about bringing and intermingling your energy with certain energy. That ended up like tainting your energy. And then now you've had to go on this whole healing journey of healing this person's energy outside of your energy. There's something here too about... I'm getting a download here about a person trying to I'm seeing you, and then I'm seeing them like overlay their self onto you. So again, it's giving me that latch onto you energy. It's giving me this energy of like, ooh, I see where you're going and I want to go there too. But Spirit is like, I know, I feel the fuckery in their energy. I feel the falseness in their energy. This isn't real love. Some of you might have dealt with some kind of false twin flame energy, because that came up earlier, or like a very karmic soulmate that you were really trying to bring into something very prosperous and golden. And Spirit is saying that no, that person was not due the blessing that's coming to you. And so as long as you aligned yourself with that energy and that energy was around, this wasn't gonna come in. And then you might have even had this person looking at you like, oh, you're a failure. You're just full of potential, but you don't actually have anything. I'm getting away from you. You know, you're not worth it. You know, oh, there was this kind of like false energy. Like, oh, you're a false empress. You're not really. But it was because the only reason that you were showing up or this energy was reading false energy inside of you is because they were false. And they were projecting this false energy into your energy field. Especially if you were like, this is my partner, this is who I'm going to be with, we're meant to be together. Spirit was just like, boo, I'm so sorry, but I got to take this blessing from you until you realize what the hell's going on. Like, I love you, but you need to see, you need to open your eyes to what's really happening here. Heartbreak. And I feel like for a lot of you, you have been awakened to that heartbreak at this point now. You know, and you're healing from this kind of heartbreak energy. And Spirit is here to tell you, like, if you're really still heartbroken because you're like, what if me and this person were meant to be together? But what if this person was my twin flame and we're just in union and there's too much darkness carrying us apart? No, absolutely not. Spirit's like, we've been waiting for you to see. Yeah, exactly. No, you need to let go of that. Completely detach yourself from this old timeline or from this old thought process and click into the new. And in this new one, you won't be so heartbroken because you will see the truth that you truly deserve an emperor, empress, like true union here. Yeah. And you have all this anxiety about starting new. I don't think it... Moon, hidden. The moon energy here. There's some kind of, and I'm not trying to tell you that I know your wounds or anything like that better than you, but there is some kind of energy here of some kind of false abandonment. Like, Spirit really didn't abandon you. They just pulled back until you could see. Excuse me. Until you could see, until your eye and your throat could open up enough to see the truth of who this person really is. There's something here about tapping you into some kind of tragic and getting you stuck in this tragic story of, I'm always constantly waiting for my twin flame to choose me or to heal and we'll come back together. There's something here about that. About dropping that and giving you closure. Like, no, baby, like that was never the person that you were supposed to be with. Like, that was never the truth. If it had really been the truth, you would have really felt it. It would have felt completely different. And if this person was legitimate, they would be actually working towards actual real union and not whatever this, you know, if it's just like it constantly feels like the odds are too surmountable, if it constantly feels like there's constantly resistance, everything's way too dark and there's too much trauma and this one person is healing but the other one isn't, or neither, or, you know, it's pulling both of you into unhealed energy. There's this kind of energy here of just like, babes, like it's that way for a reason. It's not that way because Spirit is testing you to see how strong you are and if you'll keep holding on desperately to some burning tower. Like, no. Spirit's like, absolutely not. Like, if something is really meant to be with you, it'll just come in and it'll work. And it'll just be easy. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, if there's this overcoming and oversurmounting odds and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, you're fighting yourself. It's yourself that you're fighting. What you're fighting is Spirit telling you, this isn't the way. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. And you're just, no, I know we're meant to be together. I know it's meant to be this way. And Spirit's like, please listen to me. And then it puts this energy of God has abandoned me, or Spirit has abandoned me, or I'll never get what I want, or, you know, like, oh, my dreams never come true, or me and this person, we're just stuck in this tragic, you know, oh, a witch cursed us to never be true loves again. That's not what's happening here in this situation. What's happening here is that God is protecting you, is that rejection is truly divine protection for you. Exactly. Oh my gosh. When union is meant to come in for you, it will. And it'll easily come in and it'll just be right. So Spirit is asking you to observe this kind of, and they're not saying that your feelings are false, but it's this idea that you were abandoned, or that you were left behind, or that you didn't truly have what you need, or that it was meant to be, but Spirit, like, no, if it didn't come together, it was not meant to be. If it fell apart, it's because it was healthier and better for it to fall apart. No matter the heartbreak that it might have caused for that family or that relationship or that thing, that family member to turn their back on you, or to realize that that friend was actually betraying you. As hard as it was to go through and to face that, there's a truth here that Spirit is like, you were not abandoned, you were saved. And I know that when you're going through it, it doesn't feel like that. It's like, it doesn't feel like I'm being saved. It feels like my marriage is falling apart. It feels like my happily ever after that I thought was what Spirit was bringing into my life really wasn't. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Like, if it will help you heal, know that 4044, you were actually really being protected. Like, your new beginning was being protected. That's why this didn't come in. That's why this didn't work out. It's a part of your contract. The details of who and why and where and blah, 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 all the 3D details can be different. It might look different, but the energy is the same. Yes, you are meant to come into union with somebody. Yes, you are meant to build this business with somebody. Yes, you are meant to have certain people around you that are friends and family that you bring in, that are your great support system. Those people are just going to look very different than you thought. That relationship is going to be with a different person than you thought. That person that's actually the person that's going to guide you towards, a successful business, it's going to come in differently, or it's going to look differently than you thought. Yeah, Spirit is saying a lot of you view it as like Spirit kind of having this domineering energy of like, it's my way or the highway. And Spirit is saying my way is the highway. Like, my way is the way. Not in a way where it's like taking choice about you, but it's like, understand that the way that Spirit is bringing this about is your highest and best good. And that sometimes that highest, to get you into alignment with your highest and best good, you have to fall away from things. And it can definitely bring up this feeling of abandonment within you, or it can very much so bring up this feeling of like, I thought I was walking down the right path. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was being guided. And Spirit is saying, this was a stop along the way. It wasn't the destination. And that a lot of you convinced yourself this is the destination, when Spirit is saying it was just a stop along the way. You haven't reached your destination yet, or you haven't reached your final point yet. And that's actually a good thing, because a lot of you thought, oh my gosh, I did something wrong. And that's why this didn't work out. And now I've messed up my chance of happiness, or now I've messed up my chance of, or now that business has completely fallen apart. This isn't your last chance. This isn't your last stop. This wasn't your one and only chance to make love work. This wasn't your one and only chance to make this business work. This wasn't your one and only option. Doorways and opportunities are opening for you around every corner. But if you, in your mind, view this past that fell apart as your only option, you don't see these other doorways as doorways. You don't see them as opportunities. You see them as obstacles. You see them as barriers standing in your way towards the outcome that you want. But the truth is that some of these things that you're seeing as barriers are guard points, or like, safe points that is trying to tell you, slow down. Don't marry that person. Slow down. Don't start that business with that person. Slow down. This is falling apart because You know, maybe you're on the wrong platform, or maybe you're doing it from the wrong space. You know, maybe you're building from a space of lack instead of a space of abundance. Energy is very important. The energy that you're in when you're building this and the energy that you can join yourself with is very important. See how my cat is sitting here cleaning herself? Because she stopped. She's like, what? I'm a pawn in this game. Mm-hmm. Hey, babies. Yeah. Yeah, show me bunnies. Yeah. You want to come in? Yeah. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Look at her little tail, you guys. That's so cute. It's her little nub. Just like. Look at it. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. You're so cute. Anyway, and so that's what Spirit's telling you. Spirit's telling you, cleanse yourself. Clean yourself up. You know, lick your wounds. Because, you know. So what Spirit is showing me right now, they're showing me you on a bicycle. And you're just going along the bike. And then suddenly out of nowhere, a rock. A big enough rock to throw you off. Like God, they showed me like Spirit throwing down a rock. And you're like, wait, boom. And you hit the rock and it throws you off the bike. And you flip off the bike and you hit the ground. And you're like, oh. You know, and you scrape up your knee, you scrape up your hand. And you go up and you're like, God, what the heck? Why would you throw that rock down in front of me? Like, I was just going along my day, doing my thing. Like, now I have like this, you know, now I have the scrape on my knee, the scrape on my hand. Why would you do that? And then you look up, you know, and then God shows you like a snake crawling out from the side of the road and slithering along your path. And so Spirit is saying like, yes, I might have pushed you off your bike and it might have, you know, I might have thrown that obstacle in your way. And it knocked you up, it banged you up a little bit. But you didn't see that you were going to keep going down the path or going down and being at a certain place at a certain time when a snake was going to jump out and bite your ankle, you know? And you're just like, oh my gosh, imagine if that snake had, you know, come out at that same time, because maybe you were meant to stop. You know, you're driving, you're going to your house and you're like, okay, I'm going to stop at my mailbox, right? And you hit that rock, you fall down, then you look up and you see a snake slithering away from right beside your mailbox. And you're like, oh my gosh. If I had kept going and I had stopped right there beside my mailbox, that snake probably would have bit me. You know, and you were thinking, and the whole time you're thinking, I'm being victimized. I'm being abandoned. God's not in my way. God's throwing obstacles in my way. But it's really for protection. Because in a way, God's being sneaky to let you know, like there was something about the divine timing of this. Or there was something about the energy of this. Like you were like you were just la 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 la, not paying attention whatsoever. Right? And there was sneaky, slithery stuff that, you know, because if you can look back on it, I bet a lot has come out now. You know, for some of you, a couple of years ago or a couple of months ago or whenever this was, you could have been thinking, yeah, I'm going into long-term business with this person. I'm drawing up contracts. We're making plans. This person could not even talk anymore now. If you really think about it and look back on what happened, you're viewing it as a wound. And yeah, is it a wound? Yeah. Is your hand scraped up? Yeah. Is your knee scraped up? Yeah, it is. However, you're not bitten by the snake, right? The snake didn't get you. It didn't bite you. You know, you weren't in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, like you were going to be if you had kept on the path that you were going. And Spirit is like, I'm so sorry that I had to throw that rock in your way, or that I had to blow a wind gust and push you off of your bike, and now you're sitting there thinking, God's not protecting me. If God was really going to protect me, there's no way they would have let me, hit that rock. But you're sitting down, you're sitting down looking at your wounds, not seeing that snake slithering. And for some of you, maybe you didn't, some of you were looking down and you didn't see that snake crawl across. And then you get up and you walk, and you walk over to your mailbox and nothing happens. You hit that rock, you pick your bike up, its rim is bent, so you have to walk a little bit slower, and that snake slithers on across out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. You had no idea that it was even going to cross your path, And so the whole time you've gone inside the house and you're cleaning up and you're limping and you're like, God, why would you have done that? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Now I have these wounds. Now I'm hurt. I was having a great day. I went for a bike ride. I was feeling great. I was feeling good, and now I'm here, having to lick these wounds and having to heal this. And what was the point of what was the point of that? What was the point of putting me through that? But for some of you, it could be circling back around where that snake is at your mailbox again. Or some kind of situation here where somebody's like, oh my God, the snake's crawling across the road or something. And you're just like, huh? It's like, oh yeah, like you could have a neighbor or something like that. I don't know why I keep hearing these people having Australian accents, but maybe that's significant for you. I don't know. But, maybe you have a neighbor or something that sees you at the mailbox and was like, hey, I saw you take a tumble yesterday. And you were like, yeah, like I really beat up my knee. It really hurts. Like, yeah, well, you're lucky. And it's like, what? It's like, did you see that huge, snake crossing across the road, like right before you fell? And it's like, no. It's like, yeah, it crawled out of your yard and crawled into my yard, and I watched it, and I went out there and, got rid of it or whatever. It's like, well, you're lucky, I saw that snake across your mailbox. You didn't run into it, did you? No, I didn't, Oh, yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah. I got it, though. And it's like, okay, thank you. And then you're thinking, shit, if I hadn't have fallen off my bike when I did, that snake could have been right there. It could have got me. And so you're slowly having these realizations that these things that might have hurt you, or these lessons that Spirit put down in your path, it wasn't a form of abandonment. It was a form of enlightenment. It was a form of, and did it hurt? Yeah. Did that ass whooping hurt? Yeah. Did falling down from that tower, striking and it burning down, did it hurt? Oh yeah. But now you're seeing like, wow. Imagine. Imagine that I had kept on that relationship when we got married. Imagine, I kept on that relationship and, we had a baby or had a child together. I'm not even with that person anymore. Imagine, us being linked together forever. Imagine, imagine I was going to go into business with this person, but something came up and me and that person don't even talk anymore. We had this huge falling out, and imagine we would have had to dissolve a business around that. Or imagine we would have had to keep working together even though we really disliked each other because we had a business together. Imagine. Because that person is going through something that you don't realize in the background, or maybe they're dealing with some kind of addiction or something that you don't realize that's not, some kind of personal thing that is affecting them and you have no idea. That person that you're trying to get in a relationship with, that's actually very toxic and abusive or something, and this person is hiding it and you have no idea. Right? There definitely could be an energy of you finding out that you really did, you dodged a bullet. And for some of you, you've realized it, but you've just been faced with this kind of energy of like, I need to alchemize this feeling of abandonment and alchemize it to God was not trying to hurt me, was not trying to abandon me, was not trying to make my dream happen. They were trying to show me not this. Not in this way, not while you're working at this place, don't start your business on this platform, start it on a different, start your own website or start your own place. Don't, because there is this energy of like snakes in the grass around where you were, what you were doing, and you having no idea. and God really being like, I know you don't know this, but I saved you, but I kept you out of the thick of it, of the thick of it. Because imagine you not falling off your bike and being bit by that snake and then having to rush yourself to the hospital and, imagine, Mm-hmm. And this idea, this mind, this energy here is saying, I haven't abandoned you. I still want to work with you. I've still chosen you. But I need you to get back in alignment of gratitude. I need you to get back in alignment and seeing that what happened in the past, 744 down on the real-time clock, it happened for your benefit. Yeah, it happened for your victory. You walking away from this energy here was a huge victory, maybe even more than you realize. I mean, for some of you, I feel like you definitely realize it and you're just like, oh, I know, I dodged a bullet. Turns out, turns out, no, they were cheating on me the whole time. Turns out, no, enlightened action with Kuan Yin here. Having compassion and love for yourself. Choose compassion, move forward with grace. Exactly. So that's what Spirit is telling you. Spirit is telling you that this potential that spirits, they still see it in you. You still have the opportunity to rise above, to overcome. That, you still have plenty of opportunities to shine. They are going to give you more opportunities, and that you just need to overcome any kind of limiting beliefs that you might have. Right? That they saw that it would really be much more beneficial for you if you release this karma or release this past energy first before all of this came in. And for some of you, the issue might have been that you might have gotten this download years ago. And you could be thinking, oh, at any moment now, but Spirit didn't say, hey, 10 years from now, this is going to be happening. Spirit just said, hey, this is happening. And you thought any moment now, and it hasn't manifested yet or hasn't come about yet. And you're thinking, the hell? Spirit didn't tell me that there was going to be 25 stops, that I was going to go through years worth of stuff before this thing came in, before this thing actually manifested. But understand that Spirit needed to put you on that path. They needed to light that fire underneath you so that you would start racing and going down that. But Spirit needs you now to be more committed to than ever to the destination that they showed you. Okay? And just realize that way, it might be further away or it might be something that might take time to manifest, but your belief needs to be, you need to keep your belief in check. You need to be, I don't want to say unwavering, dedication to it or whatever, but it's something along the lines of knowing, like, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that it won't happen for me. Just because I haven't found that person doesn't mean that I won't have an amazing love story. Just because that business hasn't taken root yet doesn't mean that when Spirit came to me and showed me if I started a business, it would be completely prosperous. Doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. Excuse me. Bridget, inner fire. Let your passion lead you to your purpose, period. So Spirit is bringing back to you have this inner fire, this inner passion within you that's guiding you along the way here. Have compassion and understanding for yourself. You're overcoming limitations that could have been put into you lifetimes ago. Or your whole life you've heard you can't do this or you won't do that or blah, blah, blah. And that's the exact thing that you're going to overcome so that you can manifest this in. You have to believe in it now. You have to know that you can do it now. It's not when that relationship comes, then I'll know I'm worthy of it. When that business succeeds, then I'll know I'm worthy of it. You have to know you're worthy of it now, because I'm not sure if I'm worthy of it. And the person that's like, I know I'm worthy of this. They're going to make completely different business decisions. They're going to take completely different opportunities. And Spirit needs you to know this is going to work. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make this work. Again, it's that go-getter attitude that I hear. Like, yeah, I'm going to go do it. Yeah, I'm going to make it happen. It might not be today. It might be years from now, but it's going to happen. And it just means that I have growth and I have opportunities that are going to lead me to that thing. You know, and it might look like I'm going, you know, today it might look like, you know, choosing to eat better. Tomorrow it looks like me starting a gym routine. Next week, you know, it looks like me going for more walks and, you know, being outside more. A couple of weeks from now, it leads me to, you know, going to a particular place, going to a particular gym, or going to a particular yoga class and meeting a particular person who lets me know about this different class or lets me know about this different opportunity. You know, a year from now, maybe it looks like me traveling and going on some spiritual retreat with some people that I met at that class way back when. 3 years from now, maybe it looks like me going into business with those people that I met at that spiritual retreat. 10 years from now, it looks like whatever. A whole community of people that I have, you know, that I have manifested in around me, and a business and, you know, a love opportunity and all this other things. But it all started with me seeing it different today and understanding that just because today I am seeing what could be happening 10 years from now does not mean that that vision won't happen. That I should have compassion and understanding with myself and understand that, again, right, it's that energy of like wellness is a journey. It's a journey of stepping and getting there, you know? You know, don't abandon yourself because spirit hasn't abandoned you. Don't limit yourself so much. Don't think, oh, well, if I can't do it with that person, then it won't happen. If it doesn't look like this, then it's not actually happening. There are these energies inside of you, these mindsets, these limitations inside of you that spirit is asking you to question. Because you have the gifts, you have the talent, you have the potential. It's there. You know that it is. So the thing that's stopping you is like having this openness and this compassion and this understanding and this action, taking action to overcome any kind of limitations. Let go of the need to be right. Again, it's this energy of ego death, ego, you know, ego falling away so that your passion can shine brightly. So that it's like, well, what would you do if you didn't question yourself? Well, what did you do? You know, spirit is showing me like a child where a child is like, I want to be an astronaut or I want to do this. And it's like, okay. And they don't think, oh, I can't do that. But what about this? And they just think, yeah, no, I can do it. It's like this pure creation of I can do it. I can achieve whatever. The possibilities are endless. My mind is open, you know? And that's the kind of mindset they want you to more be in. They want you to be in this more, like, obviously adult, responsible, making responsible decisions, you know, mindset. But there is also this openness and this, like, I can do anything. I can accomplish whatever I need to. Like who's going to stop me? Nobody. Especially not myself. And then spirit wants you to know that you are safe. And there is this energy here of trusting that energy within you and becoming the leader that you needed, becoming that energy, becoming that encouraging energy for yourself that you might be lacking, or you might have grown up lacking. You know, maybe you did have this very, oh, I could be this and I can be that and it'll be amazing, you know, and you might have had a lot of adults in your life that really killed off that kind of magical, like, the good kind of magical thinking, you know, like not delusional thinking, but this kind of energy of like pure creation, or this energy of like pure opportunity, and like this, you know, and this energy of unlimited possibilities and unlimited potential. Finding that energy within you to be like, yeah, I can do whatever. I can make it work. You know, like I can make it work. I can get there. But there has been this kind of energy of applying that energy to something that spirit has showed you is not the right path. And you know that it's not the right path because you can feel it inside of you. But there is this energy again of I need to be right. Like I know this was my destination. And spirit is saying, no, it's not. You know, it was a stop along the way. You were never meant to stop and put down roots in this place, in this location, or with this person. You were meant to learn the lesson and let it go, move on. Learn the lesson, let it go, move on. Learn the lesson, let it go, move on. And as you learn the lessons and as you move on to the next thing, you'll get closer and closer and closer to that destination, to that place. You know, and that place and that destination, what it feels like, what it's looked like, is going to change. It is going to move around. You know, you're going to get more and more pieces of, oh, I see the bigger picture, and I see the bigger picture, and I see the bigger picture. I see how things are aligning up. But always keeping an open mind of, like, I kind of see this picture and I can kind of figure it out, but also, like, there's so much potential for it to change or for it to mold or for it, you know, for it to be in a different location or with different people or have a different name or, you know, Spirit is finding that place, you know, that place that's going to work for you. They're finding that path for you, you know. Trust in that. And we're going to finish this off with Thoth right here. With this energy of divine magic again coming into you. The teacher awakens, the student becomes the master. There is this energy here of you moving up and going up to the next level as well. You know, that kind of leadership activation, amassing your knowledge. Yeah, that's here too, because I see that. Oh no, I just put all this energy. I just put all this card on top of it. But right here was this divine knowledge card right underneath the Thoth energy. Higher learning, commit to your vision through study. So for some of you, definitely, you know, again, like I said, it's you're in this middle path of, you know, meeting that person, learning that lesson, being, you know, pushed this way to go have this experience and push that way to have this experience. You're still in this kind of like adolescence of your journey, and there, instead of seeing the journey as arduous and just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? I'm not even halfway there. It's this energy of like, oh my gosh, I have so much more to expand. I have so much more to learn. I have so many more people to meet and so many more new environments to be in and so much new knowledge to learn. You know, it's about having this much more expansive energy again. It's this much more like free thought, free moving energy. Not so like it has to be like this and then it has to go here and then it has to go there and then I have to be this. It's like that energy of understanding, you know, like when you come into the realization that, you know, maybe your life's not going to look as cookie cutter as you thought, you know, you're not going to be, you know, maybe it won't be, you know, I graduate here, I go to school here, I graduate from there, I get a job here, I find that person, I meet that person, I'm married, we have 2.5 kids, we get a house, we do this. You know, you might do that all out of order. Who knows? You know, who knows when that's going to come along, you know, and or when that's going to happen. But it's going to happen in the right divine time for you. So trust and have faith in that. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you guys. We going to sleep? I'm sorry. She's just going to sleep, standing up, standing there. But I will see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if this resonated for you. If you feel guided to get a personal reading with me, my contact information is down below. Thank you to your angels, spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for guiding you to get this reading. I hope it gave you the love, light, or clarity that you needed. 757 down on the real-time clock. Okay, changes, the like divinely guided changes that lead to awakening energy. That's 775 energy, yeah. Thank you to my angel spirits, ancestors, masters, guardians, and guides for guiding me to delivering through this message as well as keeping me safe while they did so. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I will see you lovers in the next one, okay? Bye.